Can she get any more crazy?
Where is the lid on this crazy thing? She could get different kind of crazy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of different crazies. So I think we could maybe see her evolve into a different aspect of that.
Is that something that you want to see her do?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, in order to keep characters fresh and keep people interested in characters, you have to change them, they have to develop. So I think I've been incredibly lucky in that each season has seen like a huge development in Barbara, and I view it a little bit like the development of somebody over their lifespan. So like she goes from being very kind of young and immature to then developing through all, like a teenager where she was just wild, and then now she's more of a like woman where she has her game plan and she wants to take over. So like the next stage of her, the evolution of Barbara, we'll see potentially, I don't know, old woman, I guess, or maybe just like more of a kind of all-knowing being, potentially.
Is there anything she can't turn on that she ever?
No, don't think so. I mean, she hasn't really turned on Jim, I guess, in that way. Well, she did try and kill him, didn't she? I mean, but her kind of, Jim is always her very core goodness, it's like the thing that she holds in her heart as maybe, I mean, it's so repressed right now, but maybe that's like the shining light that could always potentially save her. So I don't think that would ever change, but no, she's ruthless, yeah. I think to find a place in the world, because she's never had it. She was like born into a family that were completely uninterested in her, and even though she had everything, like all the riches, she didn't feel like she belonged. So she just wants to belong somewhere, and she thought then she could belong to Jim, and that didn't work. Then she thought she could belong in the Maniacs. She's had like all these different incarnations of herself where she's just fought really hard for something, and then she gets it, and then she's like, oh no, this isn't it either. So then she jumps to the next thing. So I think, yeah, the ultimate goal is to find like who she is.
What would you say to people about
We're going to see a big power struggle between her, Nigma, Tabitha and Butch, where Tabitha is getting pulled in two directions because Butch is in one of her ears saying like, Barbara's out of control, she's bad, she's not good for you, she's going to bring us all down. And then she's got Barbara in her other ear saying, I know what I'm doing, I have this plan, and I'm going to use Nigma, then after that we'll kill him, and stick with me, we'll get there, kind of thing. So we're going to see that develop, and that's like the whole arc, basically culminating in this huge battle that happens with like this massive consequence. That's for my stuff anyway. Do you want me to sum up all the other stuff?
Tell us everything.
Well, we see the virus, Alice Tetch's virus, is like the kind of bigger picture thing that's happening, where that's going to be released on Gotham by the Court of Owls, which will cause mayhem. Jim will be fighting that whilst at the same time fighting for Lee, who's also involved in that storyline with Alice Tetch's blood. And we're going to see a big battle between Penguin and his like freaks who he's gathered over here, and Barbara, Nigma, Tabby, Butch over here. It's going to kind of explode with a brief but fabulous showing from Fish Mooney.
Is there anyone you're going to be teaming up with?
I don't think so. No, she's kind of got her little gang, but there's lots of twists and turns within that.